Hi everyone, welcome back. Those of you who are new, welcome to the Blue Star Energy Tarot with Cindy. Glad you are here. The collective energy has finally, for me anyhow, popped its bubble. You know, you think of that little boy putting his finger in that dam. The dam has sprung a leak. I'm really grateful for it because I have to tell you, for me, it drove me absolutely bananas. I had to sit within myself and just do things that I personally needed to heal. Just sit within myself, and the energy around me shifted and healed. It was incredible. Okay, so let's start with Taurus. So I'm trying to upload the energetics, and it's taking like 13, 14 hours. So I decided to just move ahead and do the individual signs. The energy, in a quick synopsis, is about creating your own symphony, what's inside of you. And that's what this energy has been all about up to this point, is diving deeper and deeper within your own void to bring out all those gems and jewels that you contain within yourself, to bring it forward so that you can work with it, so that you can bring your creations or your wishes, whatever it is, to fruition. It's recognizing oneself, finding your sovereignty. It's recognizing that you have all that you need to build a life of your choosing. Now that I've said that, I just want to move on because I want to try to be a little more efficient with my readings. That's one of the goals that I have. Taurus, the first card out is a Two of Cups. This is about you reconnecting. Ten of Wands. Releasing those wounds. Understanding how your experiences and your challenges were of service to you, not against you. That they weren't there to beat you up. That it was there to teach you something. There are lessons to be learned. This connection is of your higher self. It can also be interpreted that you're connecting to someone else, but I don't do love readings, right? Very rarely will I, unless my guides say go with that, I don't do it. But this is really about stepping into your sovereignty, recognizing your higher self, recognizing your shadow self, the purpose of shadow, and stepping in and resonating. Eight of Coins. Interesting, because the Eight of Coins is all about what you focus on. The work that you do, what you focus on, that which you dedicate yourself to, whatever that energy is, you're creating I want to say like a tighter bond, a better understanding, a resonance. It feels like riding the wave, if you will. I don't know where that's coming from. I mean, I am on the beach again, so it's like you're riding the wave of the energy, catching it and flowing with it, and it's working out quite nicely. Successful even. The star on the bottom. Aquarius energy. This is you really riding that wave, understanding yourself, purpose of your shadow, which is in that one reading that'll be coming up. Understanding when to step forward and release your own personal restrictions. Letting shadow know, no, I don't need you. I did before, and I thank you for the protection, but now I'm stepping forward. I'm bringing the me, the aspect of me forward, so that I can completely move into the energy of creating that which I desire, what I want to dedicate myself to. Healing. The star energy is healing. It is about utilizing the tools that you have and moving yourself forward freely. I like that. the tools, using all the elements, being an alchemist. All right, Taurus, and there's that opportunity. Now, this came out in the other reading, which will be posted before this, I hope. An opportunity to have a higher, more expansive view, whatever that means for each and every one of you. Use your own discernment on that. I'm feeling like the opportunity that by going deep within yourself and having spent time, a great deal of time there, having a better understanding of your shadow and how shadow protected you, and how you could step forward and say, no, I'm good. I want to go out on my own, if you will, and releasing that subconscious aspect, that protective aspect. That this opportunity has been waiting for you. It feels like a graduation. I believe the World card was in the other reading as well. This feels like a higher vibration, a broader perspective of oneself. This feels like really tapping into the flow of the actual energy that's there to help you. Understanding, I'm getting something along the line like following the wind. Like for me, when wind blows, when I'm asking questions and whatnot, wind is an affirmation for me. And that's what it's like. It's like you're resonating with the supernatural, with the ethereal, with the guidance that you're being given. Communicating with spirit. Communicating with, this is the Eight of Wands, understanding the communication that's being put on your path. Interesting. Rather quick as well. That's really interesting. Following the guidance, the divine guidance, your higher self, spiritual guides, whatever you call it. Okay. Whoops. Moving in the direction of your sun, whatever that means for you. Now, the sun is a representation of your power, your strength, higher vibration, happiness. To me, it's one of the best cards in tarot. It's where you shine the brightest. It's where you, mind, body, and soul come together, stepping forward and just resonating. You know, when you know that you're in your sun is when things are effortless. When you're in your sun energy, things aren't challenging. Even though challenges happen, you just kind of go with the flow. Doesn't matter, it doesn't affect you. When you're in that energy, you'll know. So this opportunity is moving you towards that aspect of effortless flow, free flowing. These are huge energies. Huge energies. 1 second, please. Yeah, this is about you. We saw the Star card, right? What I'm getting is you being the alchemist, taking the energetics that's available to you, taking the information from your guides, your subconscious, your intuition, whatever that is, utilizing it to your advantage. That is the opportunity. Connecting, resonating with your soul. Bottom of the deck, The Tower. This is a new perspective. This is an aspect of self that perhaps we haven't seen in a while, or perhaps that we I shouldn't say need, that we have an opportunity to step into. This is spiritual guidance, and I never knew this. Can you see here? There is like a lavender, I don't know, like cloth ribbon. This is spiritually guided. Oh, maybe that's one of the flags. Yeah. Spiritually given. Underneath that is a Three of Swords, pretty much saying don't worry about the outcomes. Don't get stuck in our heartache, our pain. Step outside of that, release that, and move. Move in a space that is new for you. This is a new space for you. All right, Taurus. What else do we have? Palace of Wands. Yeah, Palace of Wands to me is about your spiritual self and journey. What it is that you're being guided to do. This is about completing particular goals, and I believe the Wheel of Fortune was on in the last one. This is about you satisfying, if you will. That word's a little edgy for me, but meeting goals in your journey that your spirit had set forth prior to coming here. Excuse the noise, I work outside. And this connection is huge. It's almost as if you're on a particular spot in your timeline and boom, all of a sudden you're here and things are just opening up. Incredible. Yeah. All of a sudden things are just opening up. You have the wisdom, the knowledge, you're moving forward with it. You're being celebrated because you feel like you are in a powerful position, a pleasant place about yourself. In fact, you were guided to this place. You were guided to this point in your timeline. You have been working towards this. And it would appear that you have arrived. 10 of Cups. You have arrived. Now, 10 of Cups to me is a reflection of the sun. It is a lower, I don't know about lower, but it's just a level under the sun. It is a reflection of that. This is emotional stability. This is you shining. I'm getting something along the line, butterfly medicine. Like you transforming yourself into a person that you love, admire in yourself and others will see that. This is you resonating with family and friends in your tribe. Very interesting. These two together say that you are so incredibly supported and guided up to this point. I almost want to ask you if you're aware of that. Are you aware that all that you have done thus far, that what you focused all your time and energy to, what you dedicated yourself to rebuilding and strengthening yourself, do you realize that this is your higher self, your guides bringing you to this point? your spiritual aspect, it's like mind, body, soul coming together. Now, those of you who aren't spiritual, it's just resonating and coming into a position of strength and power and feeling it and living it. Interesting. 4 of Cups. Seeing opportunity versus seeing restrictive. Let me rephrase that. Seeing opportunities for yourself, seeing beauty within yourself versus what you don't have, what you lack, what is negative. It's you honoring the beauty within yourself and stepping forward, recognizing it, realizing that works for you. Incredible. There's also an aspect here that which I kind of alluded to earlier, was that all the experiences that you have had throughout your life, the challenges, the bullshit, the nonsense, that was made for you. It wasn't done to you. It was made for you so that you can be at this particular point where you are completely understanding and realize that you're being guided and that there is purpose in your journey. Let me take that one. Yep, High Priestess. Anybody out there? A priestess? Because what this is telling me right now is that your High Priestess is on fire. Excuse my cigarette ashes. And those of you who don't carry that belief, it's about you having the ability to see what I was saying before, the beauty that you contain within yourself. To tap into that aspect instead of the negativity. Instead of the, bitching, moaning, and groaning about what you don't have, or sitting in this aspect of things are too hard, too challenging. This is a leveling up. This is you saying, all right, never mind all that. Everything had its reason. We're now stepping into a more powerful, higher resonance, vibrational understanding of self. One second, please. Having the tools to expand. This is complete expansion. This is expanding your psychic abilities, your intuition, understanding your shadow, and leveling up. This is like a different realm, if you will. Interesting, because I was throwing cards this morning for myself, and that's what came up. It's like a leveling up into a different ethereal realm, if you will. And if that resonates with some of you, put a thumbs up. Let me know. These 2 cards is the World card. That's that graduation. Graduating, leveling up, closing out a cycle, a major life cycle with high honors, and stepping into the next one feeling real good about yourself, feeling like you can conquer almost anything. The Hermit. And that's what we've been in, right? We've been in hermit mode, really staying within ourselves. The dam has broken. It's sprung a leak. The bubble has popped. For those of you who are still sitting in it, trust me, it's going to come and you're going to be like, what? You're going to be surprised. You're going to be like, oh, it happened? That's what happened to me. It's like, oh, look at this. And then you follow down the breadcrumbs and you're like, wow, all of a sudden you feel like the energy has shifted. There's free flow, there's free energy, and it really does feel tremendous. This is your innermost connectivity and resonance flowing outward. If you see, look at this, you see how the rays are coming outward and shining on this family? That's what's happening. The core of who you are is shining through, and it's beautiful. All right, what energy is helping or deterring Taurus? Four coins. This came out in the reading also. You notice he has his discs, his coins in a box. He holds the key around his neck. One can assume that he takes it out, he looks at it, closes it up and locks it up and puts it away. Now, this energy is valuable to you. These pentacles are valuable to you. So you hold on to it and you tuck it away. You put it under your bed, you hide it in the closet, you put it in your safe, whatever that is. You put it away to save it, when in fact you need to open that box up and move that energy. To open that up and shift and move that energy. And that's exactly what this time period has been about. There's a butterfly flying around me. She's beautiful. This is about you finally moving and shifting that stuck energy and bringing yourself to the strength. Bringing it to expansion. What good are these pentacles if they're tucked away? To be practical is to use them, but to use them wisely, not foolishly, wisely. And when we shift that, things change. So the energy is, releasing a bit of your Saturn, letting go of those guardrails, if you will, letting go of aspects of yourself where you're like, wait a minute, I can't do that. Things that restrict you, this is letting that go. And finding your peace and balance within that. Finding your sun, your happiness. Finding what's contained within you and allowing it to flow freely. Eight of Cups. It's emotionally freeing yourself, moving in a different direction. Instead of hoarding or holding on to these valuable things that you have, albeit energy, money, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be specifically money or material things. It could be energetically. But realizing to open that box and utilize it is huge for you. To utilize it wisely. To release the emotional attachments of needing to keep it restrained. Keep it hidden. Does that make sense? That energy is there helping you. That release of wanting to hold things tight. Ta-da! The Lovers. This is Gemini. So interesting. Gemini came out in the reading. Well, actually, let me see. Was it Gemini, or it might have been a different reading that I did for another person. Gemini came out quite a bit, and it's about us looking at ourselves, our dualities, and coming into balance. And that's what this is. Us looking at one another, at ourselves, at our shadow self, at our physical self, and coming to terms with the purpose of each and understanding it and bringing it into justice, balance. And that's a number 2 as well, and 2s were coming up. 2 is about understanding that you could sit there and do all that you can. But until you understand why you do things the way that you do, why you hold on to things, I want to say hoard, but that's a little too harsh, but why, instead of utilizing what you have at the moment and just tucking it away and not using it, you feel empty, you're unable to expand. This is a way to completely expand your connection to yourself, your higher self, and your connection to others. That shift in how you utilize what's available to you, that's a big shift. Now you can move forward, Page of Swords. Now you can move forward and learn a great deal more about, well, the world around you, your world. I suspect the people in your world as well, and your journey, and understand the flow of things that are being gifted to you on your journey. Maybe you'll start recognizing things a little more. Recognizing the assistance that's there for you. All right, let's see what this Ten of Cups is all about. It is about a new perspective, the Hangman. It is about you not sacrificing who you are for the sake of just living. And I'm not sure that I'm understanding. One second. Living your most authentic self. Taking what you contain within yourself and bringing it forward free of sacrifice. That's that effortlessness that I was talking about. You'll feel that when things start to be effortless, that's when you know you're in that energy. There's no sacrifice. But it is a new perspective for you. Success. This is Leo and Jupiter. This is success in moving into a position that is so incredibly positive. There is a guidance here that feels really strong, quite expansive. Don't be surprised if some of you have some type of, I don't know, phenomena transpire. Like psychic phenomena, your intuition. Maybe you're sitting there on a lower level, maybe you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I haven't heard from such and such, and then all of a sudden they call you, and you hadn't heard from them for years, but you had just spoke about them or thought about them. For those of you who are inclined, maybe your connection is stronger and things start happening and you're maybe taken aback a little, but it's really like you're on a different realm, a different level, leveling up, as I said earlier. Yeah. Being more nurturing to yourself. Understanding how the past restrictions, if you will, prevented you from stepping forward in your strength. This is a perspective for you, Taurus, that is new. That it not only did it prevent you, you prevented yourself. This is like telling Shadow, thank you for the work that that you've done protecting me through the years, but I don't need that anymore. I have done the work. I've moved forward. I now want to step forward in my own strength, in my own decisiveness, releasing past wounds, nurturing what you truly do hold within yourself with complete compassion and understanding, because that connection to your higher self, your shadow, has brought you to this point. Again, the Six of Wands. Success. She's not an aggressive queen. She's nurturing. She's of the earth. She helps others, but not at her own expense. She's able to just be in her state. Incredible. And there's that World card. Yeah, graduating. Closing out that major cycle, as I was saying before. Closing it out. Moving it forward. The Queen of Wands. Now, you all know that the Queen of Wands is my guide. This, as I was speaking of before, for those of you who are really tapped in to their higher selves or guides, this is about a graduation, a leveling up with your guides, moving into a different ethereal realm, if you will. Incredible. Incredible reading. Look at this, stepping out, Ace of Cups. Stepping out of your fears and anxieties and converting it into an understanding of self and resonating with it. It is a new perspective about aspects that have created pain and anguish in yourself. Eight of Cups, walking away from what we just said, aspects of your experiences that created pain, suffering even, anxiety, difficulty, and knowing that you're guided. And then the Four of Wands, resonating. Healing who you are from the core outward. I really like that. And on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. Pay attention to dreams, Taurus. Pay attention to something new is coming forward for you, a new perspective, a new idea, a new concept. But even this whole thing may very well be a new concept for you. Anyhow, thank you, Taurus. Thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity with you. Be well. Peace.